All right, so Calum Grant is addressing you, the aliens, about Burning Man. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your last presenter of Speechless.
Okay. Hi there. Sorry, I'm not sure which eye I'm supposed to look into. My name's Bert Monk Whistle. I'm from the Midwest, which is kind of the middle of the country here. And apparently, I'm supposed to explain to you good folks why you shouldn't destroy us. Not really sure why I was chosen, but apparently you have some kind of computer deal and it picks the most average person in the country, and that's me. So, lucky me. Luckily, I have a little bit of experience at this. I was the keynote speaker at our insurance get-together that we had last month. And I gotta say, my jokes about the salesman at the farmer's, you know what, that's actually a little bit too culturally specific. Sorry. The president's over there just kind of telling me to move it along. Sorry, Mr. Obama. Okay, first of all, I'm supposed to say that we're really grateful that you guys have stopped in your basically laser destruction of the entire Earth for a second to just give us a chance to hear us out. Super happy. We weren't that crazy about Portugal anyway. So it's all good. Thanks for taking. When my wife and I, when our kids are bad, we kind of give them what we call a timeout. So thanks for the timeout. You know, of course we don't have the ability to manipulate time like you guys do, but you know we do our own kind of version where they sit in the corner and think about what they did. Okay. I'm supposed to talk to you about something which you have apparently expressed some great interest in. One of our great cultural festivals, which is called the Burning Man. Or Burning Man. Now, despite appearances, I'm not maybe someone who's been to the actual event, but I've done a lot of research, brushed up quite a bit in the last 7 hours since I found out I was going to be doing this. So I'm going to try to explain the concept of this little get-together that we all have in the desert, this little cookout, if you will. Out in the desert. So what is Burning Man? It's a place where you get your groove on. You get to step out of your office or your conference room or your national security agency, and you know, you get to put on whatever kind of clothes you like and kind of dance the night away. Dancing is something that we like to do. You guys clearly do. All those tentacles moving all over, it's like it can be seasick. But that's just the way you move. I'm sorry, that's not dancing. We do that for fun. We normally stand pretty still, especially in the Midwest. But hey, at Burning Man, you can step up from the conference table and say, hey, this is me. I like to dance. I like to wave the glow sticks around. Maybe I like to, you know, rub up on somebody who's dressed up like a big blue fox or something. It's okay. It's cool. maybe you want to loosen your tie, maybe you like this guy, you don't want to loosen your tie. It doesn't matter. Burning Man will still accept you. Now, you might ask yourself, why don't we feel confident enough to sort of do that in our everyday lives? Well, humans aren't like that. What we like to say, we can be a little shan-shan to each other. Sometimes it's just not okay to cut a rug in the middle of a subway car, or spin some glow sticks in the middle of the supermarket, or have a three-way at the PTA meeting. See, sometimes human culture, and we're working on it, is a little like this. Sometimes your heart's in the right place, but it's not always the same place. Now, I, for example, may feel very strongly in a certain way about a young lady or gentleman, not saying. And they may feel strongly about me, but it may be in another way. So we got to keep up little walls in between us until we figure out if our hearts are here or here or here. Now, we call those chakras. And we got my friend is going to come up a little bit later, is going to explain a little bit about the chakras. They're basically little stepping stones inside your body that, where your energy lives. So, like, here's my thinking chakra, and here's my swallowing chakra, and here's my that tastes good chakra, and here's my no chakra. We don't talk about too much. Anyway, because unlike you, we don't read minds. We don't always know what other people are thinking about us, and that's very important to us. And that's why we don't always act like ourselves. But at Burning Man, they discovered an amazing thing. Despite the fact that we're very different as people, we're tall and we're short and we're, Midwestern and we're not. We're skinny and we're hirsute. That we all share certain common bonds that make us all kind of one. And at Burning Man, or Burning Man, there's one experience that everyone has at some point or another, and it's illustrated right here. Now, you may ingest or inhale or insert something that makes you feel a little woozy. Makes you dance around like you guys, only not in a good way. Makes you see tentacles coming out of people that aren't there. Makes you want to lie down. And sometimes you're going to have an emotional experience, a connection to somebody, or you're going to hear a really great song, or you're going to see like a rapper named Pitbull. And it's going to make you cry. So you got to try not to cry. And then you break through that barrier and you just start sobbing like a little girl. And apparently that's what everyone does. In fact, I think Friday has been renamed Cry Day at Burning Man. Because everyone's just crying like crying like a little girl or a little boy what stubbed his toe. It's so sad and happy at the same time, because we're all crying like little bitches, but we're doing it together. It's about different things, but we're so out of our minds we don't even know that. So the illusion of being together is the same as being together. And when you leave Burning Man, or Burning Man, sometimes you feel like this. You've made a connection with a strong, muscular man. You've given him your suspenders. He really appreciated that. He gave you a ride on his unicorn or his seal tar or his Pegasi. And you've gone off into the future together. And the point is, it doesn't matter who you think you are. It doesn't matter as a human being who you think somebody else is. See, we're all the same. That's why you really shouldn't destroy us, because we're all the same. We're just trying to figure that out. Now, I know you want to destroy us because you need the real estate. Now, I'm a realtor myself, so I understand that. This is some prime real estate. But you know something? We're still working stuff out. And if you could be so good as to just give us another, I don't know, 150, a couple thousand years, come back again and see what's up later, I think we might be able to do some business. You seem like reasonable people. So, I've worked out a business plan. Could we pass out some of those binders? Fantastic. If you'll see, partitioned the earth into different segments. I see many growth opportunities, especially not in the USA. Europe's looking really good right now. We've already had a little taste of Portugal. And you know what they say about Portugal? You know, once you've had Portugal, you never go back. You can just keep working yourself up that peninsula, and there's all kinds of great yummies up there. So, this is something I'd like to discuss with you in future days, but basically, I want to ask that this pause, this little time out of yours, will just end. And you could just maybe let us come out of the corner and talk to you about the way we see our relationship in the universe and the way that we could work together to maybe us working together may seem irrational, but sometimes when you put two things together that don't seem like they work together, sometimes you end up with something pretty neat. Like a turtle phone, which we're happy to distribute we have the turtle phones for these guys? We got turtle phones for all of y'all, so you give us a call, you stop destroying our planet, and if you wouldn't mind just putting the Indian Ocean back where you found it, and we can talk. Hey, great having you, and why don't you stay a while? Thanks.